Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever else who's out there watching this evening's event. Thank you so much for joining this tonight. And my name is Matt Weston. I'm the Member of Parliament for Warwick and Leamington and Whitnash and the surrounding villages. And really, it's fabulous to have you. It's a shame we can't have this event live in person, but I hope this comes across just as well. Now, this is the second year of my community awards. I introduced them last year, really partly because a result of the pandemic, because I wanted to recognize people who'd gone the extra mile, people who'd done things special, but also organizations and businesses who had done special things across our community. Now, last year, it was a real honor and pleasure to be able to acknowledge those efforts across the community. We had the Warwick and Leamington Mutual Aid Group, we had the NHS Frailty Unit at Warwick Hospital, we had a head teacher, we had businesses like Albury Allen, but also Cool Breeze Technology and LWS Night Shelter, many others. And it was wonderful, just the extraordinary outpouring really from across the community. And it's the same, if not better, this year. We've had over 100 nominations from across the community. Nominations made by you, the public, nothing to do with me, I'm pleased to say. And it's been a really rich crowd of nominations, and we will be seeing from some of those in just a few moments. So with that many nominations, of course, you need to judge them. And I'm really delighted to be able to say that I asked 4 people from across the community leaders, Jackie Crampton from Warwick Rotary, and then Darren Viravesti, who's the chair of the Sri Krishna Mandir, as well as Jane Wright, a resident from Chase Meadow, and Jim Scott, who is the chair of Leamington Football Club. So they are the judges for all the awards this evening. I had no part to play in it. They ranked their preferences, then they were collated together, and then from those we will have some winners. More about that shortly. But I also want to thank the mayors from Warwick, Whitnash and Leamington, who will also be participating in tonight's event. So thank you to them in advance. But I'm also pleased to say that I've been joined this evening by Trisha Dudu, who's from BBC Coventry and Warwickshire Radio, who is the presenter of the Drive Time show. And she's given up her time this evening to be able to host the event, and I really want to thank her. And then my very special guest is David Bradley, a name you may not know firsthand, but if I was to say Argus Filch, the caretaker of Hogwarts in the very famous Harry Potter series, you would know precisely who I meant. So he'll be here live with me and Trish to join the event this evening. Now, it's been a tough year for all of us. I don't need to tell you that. But I think tough years like we've been through just shows what sort of community we have, the sort of people across Warwick, Leamington, Whitnash who have done things extra special in that time. And so I want to now just show some of those people who've been nominated for tonight's awards. You'll see in the montage that follows now just some of the amazing things that they've done. Well, I hope you'll agree with me. What a fantastic array of wonderful people, really, from right across the community. And I really want to thank those who've nominated those groups, those people, those businesses, and so on, for putting them forward, because it reminds us just how lucky we are to live in a community where we have so many very special people who do go that extra mile and do very special things. Now, as I said, I'm absolutely delighted to introduce Trisha Dudu, who is going to be hosting tonight's event. Trish.
Hello, Matt. It's great to be here. And these are what people are going to be getting their hands on today. It's absolutely fantastic, wonderful awards, of course, paid by you. Which is, it's fantastic. They really are. And, I know you're going to be hearing from a very special celebrity in just a moment, but they're all celebrities today, aren't they, Matt?
They are. And I think, you'll have seen just some of the organisations, some of the individuals in that video montage, just some of the great people. And, it is really an honour and a privilege to be able to recognise those people. But I mean, in your line of work, you come across a great many good people.
Absolutely. And a great many of them are in that montage, which is just incredible. You're just so humbling, the lengths people go to just to go that extra mile to help others. It really is a privilege to see each and every one. But I'm afraid there's only going to be 4 or 5 winners tonight that'll get their hands on this, but everyone is a winner, that's for sure. Please make sure that you do use Twitter and use the hashtag Matt Weston Awards. We are live on Facebook, YouTube. Tell us who you're rooting for and tell us, where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you, wouldn't we, Matt?
Absolutely. So, please do engage with this. We really want to hear from you. And please do, put a shout out for those who you would love to hear win, but also just to recognise some of those who've been nominated as well. Because it's a special evening, I hope, and it is really for all of us just to say thanks to those of us in our community.
I want to hear a loud virtual scream. We can hear it, can't we? We can hear the scream, we can hear the cheers, and keep those going because there's a very special guest to talk about now.
Exactly. So as I said in my opening remarks, that I'm absolutely delighted to be able to introduce this evening a very special guest who, it's great having Trish, of course. But if I may say, I think we're both sort of slightly overwhelmed to have David Bradley. Yay! David, please join us.
Fantastic,
Thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you.
I'm kissing the caretaker from Harry Potter.
Thank you.
And Afterlife, you were brilliant on as well.
Right, thank you very much. That was a very fulsome tribute. I must look myself up.
Well, isn't it great, all these people that are being nominated? It's incredible, isn't it?
Just looking at the diversity of the nominees is just astonishing, and it's a tribute to this community, that we have these awards, and all credit to Matt for creating them. And,
well, David, it's really, thank you so much for giving up your time just to make this even more special. So, and it would be great to hear from you a little bit later in your comments, really, about the community. So
absolutely, we're definitely going to be hearing from you. Definitely, we want to hear all your celebrity stories as well. Yes, what was it like to work with Ricky Gervais? But anyway, we want everyone to be at the party. Sadly, we can't because obviously we all know we are coming out of the pandemic. But everybody wants to get involved. Let's hear now from our local mayors.
Leamington's a fantastic town, and I would say that, wouldn't I, because I'm the mayor. My name's Susan. As a mayor, I get invited to a lot of exciting civic dinners, and I meet a lot of other mayors, which is hugely enjoyable. But the best thing about being mayor is meeting a huge variety of people, individuals, groups, charities, and going to events when I meet all the people who make Leamington the town it is. And on the list tonight, I see there are some well-known names that might have appeared on lists of awards before, and they're a really important part of the continuity of the fabric of our town. And there are some new names as well. And as we emerge out of the pandemic and all the disasters that we can think of that we associate with the past 2 years, they are just the sort of people who are going to be leading us and improving our futures and making Leamington an even better and more wonderful place to live. Congratulations to everybody taking part. It's going to be a lovely evening, and well done everybody.
Good evening. My name is Richard Edgington and I'm the Mayor of Warwick for the 2021-2022 civic year. I'm delighted to be able to join the event this evening. It's a great opportunity to come together and celebrate the fantastic achievements of our communities and local organisations. To me, there also seems to be a renewed sense of community spirit which has flourished as a result of the pandemic. In Warwick, we have community outreach programmes expanding with the support of our local charities. We also have new initiatives in Warwick, such as Warwick a Singing Town, which seeks to work with all members of our community to use music to enrich our social and cultural value and knowledge, whilst also giving people confidence and tackling social isolation. This is all on top of the fantastic work of our local larger charities, Myton Hospice, Safeline and Warwickshire Vision Support, to name just a few. I'd just like to say thank you to you all, and to all those who make such a fantastic contribution to our town. I'd like to wish luck to all of the nominees and the finalists, and I wish you all the very best, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.
Hi, my name's Adrian, I'm the current Mayor of Whitnash. The last couple of years have been a really difficult time, not only for Warwickshire, but for the world. If I look at my own town, there are many people who could make worthwhile winners. The local shopkeepers, our very own GP surgery. But if I was to pick out one team of volunteers, I would choose the team from St Margaret's Food Bank. These ladies and men do an exceptional job in raising funds, obtaining donations and then distributing the food and all the other items, so my thanks go to them. The candidates in this year's awards are all special and they all do a great job in these uncertain times. If I was just to comment on one category, then would have to be the community group. I've been involved in the community many years, so this sort of award is very close to my heart. I've been involved with or needed the service of all these three nominations. The vaccination team, well, they've done a sterling job and obviously I've had my 3 vaccinations. The Brunswick Hub, they have helped, advised and fed those residing in Leamington, and of course Helping Hands. These do a great job in supplying hot meals to those who are in need, just to name one of their many operations. I don't envy the judges, my thanks go to Matt and his team, and good luck and thank you to all the nominations. Well done to all of you.
Thank you to all our local mayors. Do you know, there was so much bling there, I didn't know whether to hug them or melt them down. I mean, hello, how much bling are they all wearing? Anyway, I hope you've got your bling on tonight. Let's talk to our shortlisted nominees. I think we can get them on Zoom. There you are, you all there? Yes, you're all there. Unmute yourselves, I want to hear some cheering. Hey, oh, that's lovely. Good luck to... You're all looking great, by the way. Good luck to all of you today. You are, I know it's an overused phrase, but you are all winners. Honestly, the stuff that you do is absolutely incredible. So enjoy the night. You've got a brilliant special guest who is going to be talking to us a bit later, David from Harry Potter and Afterlife. Hello, I can't get over that. But first, it is time for our first award. It is the Community Group Award. We all know how important community has been during the last 2 years. We have so needed each other, haven't we? And all of you out there have been absolutely fantastic. And do keep it's wonderful. We're getting some of your messages now. Please keep using Twitter, #MattWeston Awards, and we'll get as many of your messages on screen. Can I say, you have done the region proud. You all look incredible. I like that dress there on the far right. Right, anyway, it is the Community Group Award, and here to tell us about the category is one of the judges.
The community plays a big role here in Leamington and Warwick, caring for the vulnerable members of our society, giving support and hope where it's needed most. These dedicated team of volunteers are the backbone of our community, giving the valuable time supporting the vulnerable by caring for their needs, comfort, clothing, food, and with a smile. The essential quality in anyone's life. We've all faced difficulties throughout the pandemic, but caring for the vulnerable did not stop. It continued throughout the winter months, cold, dark evening. One reason, I guess, why Leamington and Warwick is a happy place to live in. The finalists in the community group category are NHS vaccination team, Brunswick Hub, Helping Hands. My sincere thanks to all the finalists and wish them all good luck.
Good luck to everybody. Good luck. And David, our celebrity guest, open up that envelope and reveal the winner, please.
Yes. Drum roll.
I can hear virtual screaming.
Yes. And the winner is the Brunswick Hub.
Brunswick Hub are the winners. Congratulations. Oh, commiserations to the other two, but my goodness, absolutely incredible.
Well done.
Right, yeah, well done. We're going to have the winner chat with Matt.
Well, congratulations, Brunswick Hub, and to Dawn. How do you feel, Dawn? Well, you play a huge part in the community. I mean, I've known the Brunswick Hub for a good 10, 15 years, I guess. And you really are in the heart of the community there, and you do such great outreach work. But you know, is there anything particular special you want to mention, or any members of the team?
to the services, and then have gradually opened them back up again. It's just been amazing, and the community have responded really, really well.
Well, that's great. You know, the work that you do is widely recognised and has been for a great many years. And you're tucked away there. I think quite a few people may not know precisely where you are, but for those that you are supporting, you know, you are an absolute beacon of a community centre used right across the region. But it is wonderful work that you do, and I know that the Jobs Club has been a huge success over the years, and it's just a great ethos. I think you know, it's a wonderful group of people that you have as a team.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. I mean, we are really, really proud of everything that we do, serving the community as we do. And for some of the wider projects, the long COVID support, peer groups, there's the dementia cafes and all that. So it really is a community feel, and we are really, really humbled and honoured to get this award.
Well, Dawn, congratulations again. One of these awards will be, I will be able to hand over to you in the coming days. Perhaps we can arrange to come down and actually see you at the hub itself to hand that over. So congratulations. And can I just say to all those nominated in this category, you know, it was a really tough choice, obviously. It always is with these nominations. But I just wanted to mark out two who were highly recommended for the work they do. That's Helping Hands, which does fantastic work with the homeless community, helping people get them back on their feet, raising money, providing clothing, and helping people find work and so on. So Helping Hands also was highly commended. And then also the Warwick and Leamington NHS vaccination team for across the whole region for the work that they did. So they need no introduction. I think everyone recognises the wonderful work that they've done. So anyway, Dawn, congratulations, commiserations to all others. And Trish, back to you.
Absolutely. How come you get the chair? How come I don't get the chair? These shoes are killing me. Well done to Brunswick. And can I say a big thank you to the people who have created the awards tonight. Spa Trophies in Leamington. Thank you. The awards are wonderful. Right. Now we are going to award number 2. Remember, please keep using that hashtag at Twitter. It's hashtag Matt Weston Awards, please. We'll try and put as many of your messages on as we can. The second award is for the Teams Award. Let's hear about the category and hear from one of the judges.
Good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to be involved in the judging for the Matt Weston MP Community Awards and have the pleasure of introducing the finalists in the Teams category. These are individuals and groups of people who have done so much to benefit the local community. In these most challenging of times, they have truly made a difference. The nominees were wide-ranging, with a plethora of heartwarming and inspiring deeds and actions that would humble us all. Their resilience and commitment to the work within the community cannot be underestimated. They are true community assets. It remains for me to introduce the 4 finalists in the Teams category of the Matt Weston Community Awards. These are Evergreen School. They are an all-through special education needs school that has merged 2 schools, creating 25 additional places, and has placed itself at the heart of the community. Secondly, the Leamington Primary Care Network Vaccination Centre team. They've created vaccination sites throughout the community, within the pandemic, and the NHS staff, supported by volunteers, have done so much to benefit us all. Thirdly, Warwickshire Fire and Rescue, who bravely extinguished the polyurethane fire in Leamington in recent months, placing themselves in harm's way in order to keep us all safe. And lastly, Molly's Ollie's Wishes. Their support of children who suffer from life-threatening illnesses and their families continues to inspire everyone, despite a 20% increase for their support in the last 12 months. I'm sure you will agree with me that they could all be worthy winners, so I wish them all good luck.
Very worthy nominees there. Well, goodness me, I feel so hard for the judges, isn't it, David? Because they're all brilliant.
I know.
Goodness
I
me.
know.
Yeah, just incredible. And a big thank you to Jim Scott there, the chairman of the Leamington Football Club, otherwise known as the Breaks as well. Wow, no breaks in this award show, I can tell you. Our celebrity guest, I can't believe it, I'm still Afterlife.
Right, well, this is my great pride to mention.
Don't do an Oscars on me, get the right name.
No, it's a tough job.
It's Moonlight, it's Moonlight.
I can feel the responsibility, Trish. Well, the winner is the Warwickshire Fire and Rescue Service. Congratulations.
Can you hear
Well
the
done.
screams? Can you hear the screams, David? I can hear the screams, the virtual screams. Congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Right, it's a winner chat with Matt.
Mark, many congratulations on behalf of all the community. Of course, this award, marks what the extraordinary bravery that you and the teams, not just from Warwick and Leamington, were involved in on that terrible day in Warwick and Leamington all those months ago. And of course, our thoughts must be with David Boswell. But perhaps you could just say a few words.
Well, thank you. Obviously, really honoured to receive the award on behalf of Warwickshire Fire and Rescue. It's an amazing feeling, especially being amongst such great and worthy nominees and award winners. So thank you very much for that. I do accept this award absolutely on behalf of Warwickshire Fire and Rescue and the wider team. I think, as you all will be aware, the incident went on for a few days. So everybody in Warwickshire was involved, multiple agencies and volunteer sectors. And we couldn't do what we do within the community without everybody's support and help. So I accept the award and thank you all for that on their behalf as well as myself.
Well, Mark, you know, the sort of the nature of your work, I mean, it's completely selfless, and the bravery and the courage is hard to imagine, I think, for those of us who don't have that kind of training that you're put through. And I think back, gosh, what is it now, 14, 15 years since that terrible fire that was at Atherstone on Stour, and the immense bravery of your colleagues then. But the fire was ferocious, and you know, I'm sure the whole community witnessed it and would have been terrified by it, because not knowing at the time what it was, but also the potential scale of it as well. And you know, I sensed the amazing work, having been to see the site myself, of just what you did to actually contain that and prevent it from being an even worse tragedy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the teams, some of them on the awards evening tonight, were absolutely incredible. It's often said, isn't it, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, that we're the ones going in when many are coming out. But I think they showed immense bravery, and it always amazes me the resilience of our teams and the community actually to get back to normal. So again, I can't commend the guys and girls that were there on the evening and supported me in managing that incident, and actually did some amazing jobs to protect the community and the businesses around Leesons itself. So absolutely amazing work.
Mark, well, look, thank you again, and many congratulations to you and to all the team. And I very much hope we'll get the opportunity in the coming days just to come down to the Fire and Rescue headquarters to hand over this award in person. It's a very special thing to Mark. So thank you from all the community again for what you have done. And please can I just also extend my commendation to that of the judges and commiserations really to those like Nick Evans, who heads up the Evergreen School, but also the wonderful charity that is Ollie's Wishes, to Rachel and Tim Orenshaw, and to Jackie as well, and also to the Leamington Primary Care Network vaccination team. Congratulations to all of you. Sorry you couldn't be winners this time, but in the public's eye, your work is greatly appreciated and is highly commended. So thank you for what you have done. And now back over to Trish.
Yes, I tell you, I've had a go at doing some fire service training, David. It's so tough. Those dummies are just so heavy. So well done to everybody there. We're going to do our next business award in just a moment, the Business Award. Please do keep your tweets coming in. We're loving it. Thank you. Use the hashtag Matt Weston Awards, and we'll try and get as many as we can. David, are you enjoying yourself? I mean, I know you've been to like Oscars and BAFTAs and all sorts, but how's this standing up to those award ceremonies?
Well, I feel there's a bigger sense of responsibility, because you're announcing stuff that has been so well earned by the people who are the recipients, and it's not a weight on my back, but it's a different kind of nerves, you know.
Well, tell us a bit, because obviously we don't get a chance to speak to celebrities like you every day. Just tell us a bit about, why it was so important for you to be here.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say thanks to Matt for inviting me to be a part of this ceremony along with Trish. And although I've lived in the Warwickshire area for many years, my wife and I only moved into Leamington just under a year ago, but from the word go, we just felt so welcomed, and the hospitality, it's a different feel being part of a really great community, which I believe it is. And it made me realise that a community isn't something that just springs up out of nowhere and it just doesn't create itself. A great community is created by the type of people that we're honouring here tonight, and I just want to congratulate them all. And again, it's Matt's initiative that created these awards, and it's to be applauded. And the kind of people that we're honouring here, out of sheer generosity of spirit and time and effort, without any thought of reward for it, makes me proud to be part of this community. So congratulations, everyone, and thanks, Trish.
That's
and
lovely.
Thanks, Matt, for giving me the honour of being here to share it with you. Thank you.
That's lovely. So the most important question, you've only got one dinner guest, Daniel Radcliffe, Ricky Gervais or Matt Weston? Come on,
Well,
come on.
it's got to be Matt, because I've had dinner with the other two and they're an absolute disgrace.
Matt Weston disclaimer, they're not here to defend themselves. Okay, let's go to our third award. I love you. Let's go to our third award, which is the Business Award. And we know how difficult it's been for businesses over the last 2 years. So everybody is literally a winner, as in all the categories today.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, before we go to that, let's hear the category criteria from another judge. Hold on to that envelope.
All right.
I was pleased to be one of the judges for this event. We had 6 nominations in the business category. All have persevered through the uncertainties of the last year and adapted to serve their customers. The 3 businesses shortlisted went the extra mile to help people's physical and mental well-being. Myton Hospice's frontline team put themselves at risk to maintain support to people living with terminal illnesses, in their hospices, via their support service and through Myton at Home. Ensuring that patients receive the best palliative and end-of-life care, not only maintaining but enhancing services in the face of a crisis. Leamington Music engaged with local choirs, orchestras and performers to promote music and arts events. An outstanding example of commitment by the team and concern for the well-being of many. Brink Contemporary Arts curated and ran Leamington Mural Festival, bringing colour and excitement into town and boosting mental health and well-being. Thanks to all the nominees for helping us through difficult times. Good luck to you all.
Thank you, Jackie. Right, let's not keep them in suspense any longer. They're all watching on Zoom. David, who is the winner of the Business Award? Please?
Here we go again. Now, it's my pleasure. Oh, it's the Myton Hospices.
Hey!
Congratulations.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a winner's chat with Matt.
Well, congratulations. As often the case, I think the public are delighted to recognise the Myton Hospices just for the amazing work that you do across the community. Much loved, almost an institution, really. So this probably doesn't come as a huge surprise, but I hope that the recognition from the wider public does.
Oh, hi, Matt. Thank you very much for this, and thank you to everyone who voted. It always comes as a surprise, I have to say. We're always so grateful to receive any recognition that we do receive off anyone. And tonight, I'm really proud to accept this award on behalf of the entire amazing team at the Myton Hospices, and especially in such good company as we have this evening. The last 2 years have been like no other, but as a team, we've managed to get through it, and we've continued to provide the very best care for terminally ill patients and their families. I accept the award so gratefully on behalf of everyone at Myton, all of our members of staff and our amazing volunteers. But I think I have to give special mention to our frontline medical teams, and it was talked about in the preceding video. They really have gone above and beyond from the moment COVID struck, and they put themselves at risk every single day to care for our patients and to ensure that they've had the very best end to their lives that they could. So to receive this is a really, really special thing, especially from the local community as well. So thank you on behalf of everybody.
Well, Chris, it's well deserved, and I think most of us who live around the area, whether it's seeing those signs for sort of the Santa dash appearing sort of from October, November onwards around all the lampposts in Warwick and Leamington, or the absolute myriad of fundraising events that you would ordinarily have done through the year, and it must have been extremely difficult. And I know from talking to some of your colleagues over the months, just how tough that's been. Even the cycle ride that you do, that you couldn't stage that, and you had to get people to do it virtually or on their own or whatever. So to have survived as a charity, how difficult was that?
It was so difficult, Matt, to be honest. I think our fundraising streams were literally crippled overnight. Our shops were closed. All of our events that we count on so heavily were cancelled. So we had to think very quickly. And it's testament to the fundraising teams who all went above and beyond again to come up with getting things virtual, creating new events. And then it's also thanks to everyone that supported us in that. It's all, we can put on these events, we can ask people to support us, but it needs the wonderful people of our community to actually take part in them and to sponsor them and to help us. We had a big appeal when COVID first broke out, and people were so generous. It has been amazing. Thankfully now things are starting to show the green shoots of recovery as people are getting back to offices and people are so tired of being stuck indoors. They want to get involved in things and get involved in events and see people and team build. So we're hopeful for the future. We're very grateful for everyone that's helped us get through to this point now, and we're hoping to navigate the future and continue to grow. So thank you to everybody.
Well, and I think, it's just not clearly it's been a monumental effort through the last 2 years really for you. But, a great many people I come across are so grateful, so eternally grateful for the care, the compassion and all the work that your frontline teams do in helping and supporting people with the palliative care that they receive. And I'm sure many families want to thank you.
Thank you. We spend a lot of time. I'm part of my job is as a fundraiser, and we spend a lot of time thanking the people who raise money for us. But it's very nice to receive thanks back as well, and we do receive a lot. People always contact Myton to say thank you for it, but it's never nice to keep on hearing it as well. So thank you to everybody.
Well, huge congratulations to you,
thank
to
you
all the
so
staff.
much.
All the staff at Myton,
yes, thank
for the
you.
amazing work you do, and that is widely recognised across not just Warwick and Leamington, the community, but also I think across the whole region of Coventry and Warwickshire as well. So thank you for that, and of course commendation to our runners-up, to Brink Community Arts, the amazing work that they're doing, and with their urban murals, but also to Richard Phillips, who has run Leamington Music through also, clearly a very difficult time as well. Highly respected and amazing work that Leamington Music does too. Trish, now back to you.
Thanks very much, Matt. Indeed. I tell you, it's just incredible, the messages of support and who people are rooting for and congratulating. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you big on Twitter?
Not big, but I indulge in it, but I don't contribute as much as I should. But I always read it and pass stuff on.
I've seen your pictures. Hello, you're on it all the time, you.
I like retweeting stuff. I think it's worthy.
Absolutely, yes. Okay.
And, I shall be busy tonight.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Definitely. Right, it is time for award number 4. Before we open the golden envelope, let's hear from the category criteria and another judge.
It It has been an honour to be part of the judging panel for these community awards. I have found it uplifting and inspiring to read the many nominations which have so wonderfully showcased the amazing work that the nominees have done and continue to do so to make such a positive difference to our community. It was certainly a challenge to select finalists from the many fabulous nominations, and all the nominees should be proud of their efforts and achievements. I'm delighted to introduce the finalists for the individual category. Lillian Brocklehurst for her voluntary work at the Sydney Centre and for the Royal British Legion Poppy Appeal. Catherine Scudra for supporting college students to thrive during lockdown with access to electronic devices and supporting online safety. Gladys Gibbs for delivering fruit and veg bags during the pandemic to vulnerable people. Derek Weller for, amongst other support to schools, creating and providing free activity packs. Daniel Brown, who supports LGBT+ people with mental health groups, supports victims of hate crime and delivers food parcels. And Jeanette Eslick for leading fundraising efforts for the new HQ for 2nd Warwick Sea Scouts. Well done and congratulations to all the nominees and good luck to the finalists.
Thanks, Jane. All worthy winners, that's for sure. Okay, moment of truth time, David.
Right. Well,
It's my drum roll, it's my drum roll.
keep going. Keep going.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. Now, there are 3 winners here, so obviously this has been a very, very tight field, as I'm sure every category has, and it must have been really difficult because we've got Lillian Brocklehurst, Daniel Brown, and Jeanette Eslick. Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations to you 3. Absolutely brilliant. Right, time for those winners' chats with Matt.
Well, many congratulations. Hopefully I'll be able to see you come up on the screen in just a moment. To Daniel, to Jeanette, and to Lillian, huge congratulations. And I think maybe, is that Catherine and Derek? Catherine and Derek, thank you for joining me. Huge, commendation, congratulations for being the runners-up. We had, I think it was 65, almost 70 nominations for individuals, which is why we decided with judges that we would have 3 individual winners. But coming in 4th and 5th position, I think is a huge congratulations to you. Sorry that you've missed out this time, but how does it feel? I mean, the fact you've been nominated, it must be pretty special. Catherine.
It was a real honour to be nominated, so thank you very much for nominating me and looking at what we do. And humbled really to be in the company of the other people that were in the category of the other 60 people you said, and definitely worthy winners to the 3 who you've given the awards to.
And you've been doing a huge amount
from my work.
So you've done a huge amount of work, haven't you, at the college, I think, in supporting and helping support young people facing digital exclusion and really, been a huge assistance to them at a very difficult time.
Yeah, that was a difficult time for students. Their learning suddenly cut off from their friends, cut off from being able to access the learning. So it was a sharp learning curve for us at college, working out criteria, being available for students to come and collect things, accessing funds and things like that. But it was good to see that we were able to help all the students that needed it, and we're also able to keep in touch with them and look after their mental health while they were not with us and coming in every day.
Right. And Derek, you've done a huge amount with schools across Coventry and Warwickshire. Perhaps you could just give a little bit of detail on the work that you've been doing and why you were nominated and clearly well regarded by the judges.
That's very kind of you. basically we have a very large team which supports me, and we've been going for some 25 years, since the Year of Engineering Success in 1996. We've got sort of 20, 30 speakers who can go into schools to talk about hot topics or their careers. We've got activity kits, which the engineering institutions have helped to fund. Each have got usually 10 kits in each one, so that teams of 3 or 4 can engage in the activities. Everything from dancing robots and Santas through to some complex electrics and electronics, which are available for primary and secondary schools. We're very, very lucky to have had so much support, and my role really is just to coordinate it.
Well, huge congratulations to both of you. Your work is highly regarded, clearly, by the judges. But the fact you've been nominated for that work, I hope you're proud for that. And really, on behalf of all the community, my thanks to you. So perhaps now we could just bring up our 3 winners: Jeanette, Daniel, and Lillian. Lillian, I've known you for a good many years. Lovely to see you there. How are you feeling, Lillian?
Very happy. Very proud of my community, and it's a joy to be a finalist and a winner. And
Well,
I've done my work at the Sydney Centre, as you know, and of course the Royal British Legion, helping Pat Edgington and all the other team. They wouldn't be without any of them now. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Lillian. I know what a heart of gold you have, and just the amazing work you've done for not just this last year, but a great many years, if I may put it like that, in all the work that you've done, as you've just described. So delighted to see you there. And Jeanette, also huge congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. Again, totally humbled to actually be selected as one of the final 3, one of the winners, because I think there have been so many people being put forward for this, and it's just quite humbling to be honoured, actually, because again, I think I am part of a team. Second Warwick Sea Scouts, it's an amazing group to be part of. We've got the leaders who do amazing work with the youngsters. In some ways, I see myself as a little bit of the backroom team, sort of quietly getting on with stuff, trying to keep out of the limelight, and helping them, raise this money for their new hut, which has been a real challenge. It's been a project of mine really since 2015. I've been working on it for quite a long time. We met 2020 when the fire sort of disrupted the actual building, once we sort of started to get some of the funds together to start. And then COVID hit, and we have had our challenges along the way, but it's been amazing. We've had huge support from members of the community, our youngsters, the parents, the leaders. It has been a big team effort, really. It's nice to be sort of recognised as playing my part in that. So thank you.
Well, Jeanette, it's always a team effort, but there's always one person who has to pick up the award, and I'm sure the fact you've been nominated actually means that you are an outstanding member of that team. And having visited you at the old hut, which we had the conversations way back about your plans, many years ago, when I first, more or less, I think shortly after I became the MP, and just met all the young people that you were supporting and helping and giving that great sense of adventure to, and so on. So, and then of course, as you said, that terrible fire so early on in the construction of the new hut. So really difficult to have cope through all that, and huge commendation to you, and hence the recognition from the judges and from the community as well. So congratulations. And Daniel, over to you. I mean, you probably don't need a huge amount of introduction, but you have been involved in Warwickshire Pride since its inception. and through the pandemic, somehow you managed to keep that going. Huge congratulations to you two.
Thank you, Matt. And first of all, I just want to say I'm really happy to see Lillian win because she's fabulous and has helped at Pride in the past and has a heart of gold. So I'm really, really pleased to see that.
Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. Secondly, I do all this Pride stuff and get a lot of recognition for that, but there's a fantastic team of trustees behind me. Healy, Penny, Nuki, Llewellyn, Chris, Nick, Simon, Jack, and a great team of volunteers as well, who all kind of keep everything going. But obviously this is an absolute honour. So thank you to all those who made the decision.
And you're selfless, as I would expect in that respect. It's very typical of you to say what you have. Perhaps you can tell us, are we going to see Pride live again this year?
Absolutely. It will be back in August. We're having our first march through the town. Lots of rainbows, lots of colour. Everyone's welcome.
Terrific. Well, great that you do that. And a huge congratulations to all three of our individual winners, to Jeanette, to Lillian and to Daniel. Huge congratulations. It's really lovely to see you all, and really on behalf of the community, a big thanks for what you've done. Trish.
Wonderful. It's incredible. I know, everyone, there's loads of people behind, those winners, but just the fact that someone's got to stand up and start something, it's just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's our final award of the night. I'm really sad, really, because when else am I going to stand next to a famous celebrity? I mean, come on.
Oh, stop it.
We need to do this every single year. Hopefully we'll get the gig every year. We'd be nice to Matt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, okay.
And talking about Matt, this is Matt's Special Recognition Award. So before we reveal it, I think we're going to have the category criteria from the man himself. Back to you, Matt.
Well, thanks, Trish. With these awards, when I first sort of dreamt them up a couple of years ago, I always thought it was really important to recognise different categories from our community, whether it be teams of people who do special things, or individuals, or community groups, or businesses. But I also wanted to perhaps recognise a group that did something particularly special, a standout action really in the year. And so these were really across the category, for want of a better term, of those four. And so I decided that we would have special awards. And so I'm delighted that we are going to close with this year's special awards, my awards that I'm afraid I did judge. And hopefully you, the public, will agree with what I've decided. But Trish, back to you.
I hope he's got my name spelt right. A-D-U. D-U. Hopefully it's in there. Just make sure you check.
Dream on, Trish. And this one goes to the Leamington NHS vaccination team, Warwick and Kenilworth vaccination team.
Joint winners! Woo! Fantastic!
Well, I can speak from personal experience. I know I was personally jabbed by them, and they did it with such patience and great humour, and I met quite a lot of the team, and I'm very grateful for that. So I'm really, really chuffed about this, personally.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Let's get that winner's chat from Matt.
Well, thank you both, and I'm absolutely delighted to be joined. Was it Ryan, I think we have, and Ollie. Thanks for joining us this evening, and a huge congratulations to you both. Ryan, how does it feel?
It's amazing to be honoured in this way, but as many of the nominees have said, we have a huge team behind us. The clinical director, Dr. Nick Yates, and I jointly managed this project, along with hundreds of other GP staff, volunteers, nurses, healthcare assistants. you know, the praise should be to them all, and it's very humbling to see so many people in the community be honoured in this way with all the awards tonight. And thank you, Matt, for hosting it and for making it happen.
Well, Ryan, absolutely. I'm delighted to be able to do that. Ollie, Ryan was just saying there about the hundreds of people involved in this program. Do you have an idea of just how many people were involved?
A lot. I would think there was a lot, Matt, from our clinical staff who were dealing with 2 very new vaccinations, to our admin staff, hundreds of inputting data and making sure the records were kept up to date. But I have to give a mention to our wonderful volunteers, the marshals, who were there every day in rain, hail or shine, day and night. Always having a smile for our patients and always making sure they were okay. They were fantastic. But to give you a number, off the top of my head, I wouldn't hazard a guess. There's hundreds.
Sorry, it's slightly shadowy, dark in the background there, so apologies that I misnamed you, Ben.
Hi, Matt.
I'm not sure who that.
This is Ollie.
Not sure who that. Oh, right, Ollie, get out of it. Get out of it. It's Stephen's show now. That's it, Ollie. You missed your chance. No, but fantastic exercise. I mean, the logistics involved in the work that you were doing. And just as I say, the hundreds of people. And when I went down personally and, all those cheery, smiling faces, the volunteers meeting and greeting and talking you through what you needed to do, and then just how professionally you were shepherded through the whole process, and just giving up so much time. I met young people, 17, 18-year-olds, up to, more senior individuals helping out. And the professionalism with which it was delivered. I mean, I'm not a big fan of vaccinations, I have to say, in terms of having people stick things in my arm. But, it was just a great exercise. And, so many of us have benefited from the vaccine program. It's been hugely successful. And you must be delighted with the uptake.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Across Kenilworth, Warwick and Leamington, the uptake has been phenomenal, one of the highest in the country. And obviously in our county, Coventry and Warwickshire, we vaccinated the very first person in the world at Coventry Hospital. And Stephen and I led the first out-of-hospital hubs that you came to ours when we first started in December 2020, Matt, in the Warwickshire Golf Club, and we've moved 3 times since then. But I think between us we've done over 300,000 vaccines, which is phenomenal and not something I thought I would be saying to you back in December 2020.
And how many people like me? I'm sort of, what do you call it? Sort of needle phobic or something like that. It's kind of, but the care and the professionalism with which the volunteers, the nurses, the doctors coming out of retirement did that. I mean, did you sort of come across many people like me who, just slightly phobic of that, or was it sort of, I'm an exception?
Yeah, no, definitely. There were literally hundreds of people just like you, Matt, and even worse that would faint at the sight of a needle or when it was administered. But as you say, the professionalism of the GPs, the nurses, the whole team, particularly the volunteers, of putting people's minds at ease when someone does feel fearful or they do faint, of really rallying around and helping them through it. And we've had nothing but praise, to be honest, in both vaccination centres.
Well, I think, Stephen, as well, you look at all the premises that you had to use across, in your case, Leamington, Whitnash, and so on, and just really, how you made that work. It was a tough challenge, but, I think I'm right in saying we had one of the highest vaccine take-up rates.
Yeah, certainly in Leamington, 160,000 vaccines delivered. And, it's testament to the community how much support we got from the Amaria Centre, the Sydney Centre, from local GP practices, from the rehab hospital. The support was phenomenal. without that support, it would have been extremely difficult to deliver the 160,000 that we did. And I think it's worth mentioning as well, just touching on what Ryan said, just the kind of vibe that we had in the vaccination centres. I mean, I remember a couple of times having a bad day at work and actually going down to the vaccination centre and coming out feeling a lot happier, because we just created this atmosphere, well, certainly the staff did, where people felt at ease, they felt welcome. So even the needle-phobic people like yourself, Matt, did feel that it wasn't as big a deal as perhaps they thought it was.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And just tell me, what was the maximum number you did in one day?
I think for ourselves, Matt, it was 2,100.
Wow.
Yeah, we were about, I think, with 2,300 we got across both our sites in one day.
Wow, that's remarkable. Well, look, huge thanks to you. I mean the entire teams that you are here to represent this evening. This trophy here, I'll be giving one to each team, and I just hope that they will understand that that's really in recognition of the amazing work that everyone did, the hundreds of people, professionals, and particularly the volunteers who gave up all their time and made this such a success. So to both of you and to all the teams behind you, a big thanks really on behalf of everyone in Warwick and Leamington and Whitnash and the villages. Thank you. So, I think, Trish, over to you briefly.
Yes, just to say what a successful night it's been. A well done to the Leamington NHS vaccination team and Warwick and Kenilworth as well. And of course, I've been triple jabbed, and well done to Margaret Keenan from Coventry getting that right as well. So, well, being the first person in the world to get the vaccination. But I think I'm the first person in the world, Matt, to stand next to David Bradley and just be shaking, quivering at the knees. I've had a wonderful evening. Have you?
I have indeed, but you've had the best ticket in the house, haven't you?
I'm telling you, it's great.
Trish, I feel a double act coming on.
Hey, definitely. Yeah, move over, Alison, whatever her name is, and Dermot O'Leary. Alison. But thank you, Matt, and well done, because it's been an honour, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Being involved in this.
Well, I mean, these sorts of events are special, but they're really made special. I mean, really, thank you, Trish, for giving up your evening, you know, when you could be having time with your family, whatever.
I'd rather be with David.
Well, okay. But no, thank you for really hosting tonight's event. And David, you know, special thanks to you as well for giving your time up and making this an extra special occasion. And can I just also add my thanks to the judges who gave up their time, those 4 judges from across the community who were here, you know, spending hours going through all the fabulous nominations that there were from across the region, and you know, thinking about the sort of criteria, what valuation they should be giving to each individual, and then bringing that together, and then of course making those videos as well. Can I thank also the mayors, our 3 fabulous mayors, so Sue, Adrian and Richard. Thank you for giving your remarks and adding to this event as well. And can I just add my thanks to my team who've helped put this event together, to Viv, to Victoria and to Felix, who've put a lot of the work in behind the scenes to make this happen. And of course, special thanks to Noisegate Media and Purple Monster for actually providing all this professionalism that you see in front of you. Not me, the professionalism, I mean Trish and obviously David, but just bringing this event together and making it into such a fabulous evening. And my thanks also to Smart Trophies, as Trish was saying earlier. To those who nominated individuals and to groups and so on, thank you for your participation. Without your nominations, we wouldn't have those nominees and ultimately those prize winners. To the winners, congratulations. Very well deserved. To those of you who are commended and indeed who are nominated, thank you on behalf of the community for all that you have done this last year as well. I just want to say finally, my thanks to all of you for actually watching this event tonight as well. It makes it particularly special, I think, to all the nominees and to, of course, the winners, that you have actually taken a real interest in their success, but also what they have done for all of us across the community. So thank you so much for participating, not just tonight, but if you're nominated. And I very much look forward to joining you again next year when we can recognise some of our finest, our volunteers, those working in the public service of our community, those businesses, those organisations, those charities who've done something very special, who've supported us, who've helped us. So thank you very much. And from all of us, a good evening.
Bye-bye.